Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Game Club. It's your boy, Dale Flashpoint, joined by...
Oh, am I supposed to say hello? My name's Faden Cross.
You don't have to. I could be joined by the presence of silence. That always works. I'm okay with talking to myself.
Famously, one-man podcasts always do well.
Never. Always.
I mean, look at Dan Carmen's Hardcore History or whatever.
Look at Ira Glass.
Is Ira Glass solo?
I think so. I mean, his kind of thing is that he has other people bring on their presentations, and then he's like, wow, this American life. I'm Ira Glass.
Is that all he does in that entire show? He just goes, wow?
I mean, I'm not disparaging the man. Don't take this for that. But yes.
So what you're saying, as a burgeoning podcaster, you decided to take a shot at Ira Glass.
Shit. You gotta aim high.
you gotta kill the king in order to wear the crown, huh?
That is famously what they say.
Everyone's always saying this.
Well, I'm Ira Glass. This American life.
Oh my god.
So anyway, we're doing a little Game Club episode. This month we played Nobody Saves the World, but before we get into that, of course there are too many games, and we're playing a little bit more than that. So I want to ask you, Faden, beyond the game of the zeitgeist right now, Hideo Miyazaki's Elden Ring featuring the legacy of George R.R. Martin.
The legacy?
The legacy.
Okay.
What have you been playing beyond that one?
Oh, okay. So yesterday I started and played all of Narco.
Hold up, you didn't tell me you finished it.
Oh, I finished it last night too. It was a 7-hour state of fugue I went into.
No wonder you didn't respond to text messages.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and this game is truly amazing. I wasn't expecting it. I knew it was kind of sci-fi-ish, but the level of sci-fi adventure it went into was just mind-blowingly deep, and it's a really interesting picture of Louisiana.
Okay.
It all takes place in New Orleans adjacent sort of town, but a place that's been devastated again and again by floods, and it's controlled by this company called Shield that owns the oil refinery. They basically have a grip, like many big corporations do on small towns.
Sure.
You take the role of Kay, who is coming back after her mother's death.
Is Kay a good Joe?
I mean, you can do some role
Blade
playing.
Runner parallels right there. I love that.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
Agent K from Blade Runner 2049? No?
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm so sorry.
Well, anyway, Norco's good?
Norco's good. It is basically a story about picking up the pieces that family leaves behind in their wake. It does it in a fantastical sort of setting, but at its core, it really is dealing with family business.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, and it's a point-and-click adventure game. It's a great revitalization of point-and-click adventure games. Man. My favorite part was getting a monkey as my party member, but it was a stuffed monkey from my childhood, and I got him by winning a staring contest. Looked directly into that motherfucker's eyes and got him into my party.
That's different. I like it. Fresh.
There's a drunk private investigator who constantly says, bruh.
Oh, that sounds Disco Elysium-like.
This game has a lot of Disco Elysium vibes.
That's pretty great. No wonder you loved it.
Yeah, the dialogue is very snappy and very evocative. And just great pixel art. I pet a cat so hard they launched through the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was it with the cat.
Okay. That's I don't think I have anything to say about that other than all right.
No, everyone should play it though. It's on Game Pass. I absolutely love it. It's a really good game.
I've been in a Vampire Survivor hole.
Ooh.
When doing nothing else, I have just love picking a character, looking at their specials, going, okay, this would be fun to build around eventually getting the Gatling gauntlet knife blade slinger thingy. So I just have a crazy amount of projectiles. Or actually this one, I want to have a lot of staying power on the screen. So I'll build a bunch of area of effect spells that are going to have a lot of lasting damage. So I'll look for getting the evolved holy water, and they keep adding content. Whoever it is developing this game. Just earlier, last week, it got some new items, a little new combination update. You can evolve the pentagram now, which I thought was really cool. Looking forward to trying to figure out what item that needs for its combo.
Have you
It's
found
a good. Well,
No, you go.
I was gonna say it's a good roguelite one stick shooter. I've come to call it because you don't control the attacks at all. You don't aim anything. Everything's on an auto attack, but you got that Robotron kind of running around avoiding hordes of enemies while trying to dish out the most damage.
I like to call it a reverse bullet hell.
That's good too. A reverse bullet hell. You become the bullet hell.
You become the bullet hell. Did you get Bayonetta?
No, I did not get Bayonetta, but I saw that she can be unlocked, right?
Yeah, it's truly wild how much they're leaning into ripping off big characters.
Yeah, that's just is Christine the Bayonetta?
No, there's this one woman who has double guns that fire bullets. There's a legit Bayonetta character.
I did not get Bayonetta.
I got her last night.
That's awesome. I thought you played Norco last night.
I did, and then I couldn't sleep, so I played Vampire Survivors.
Way to be.
I was at a monster yesterday.
Hey, that's why we're talking about games, right? Because we play lots of them.
What's your favorite weapon in Vampire Survivor?
I really, really like the Gatling wand, whatever that's the holy wand, I think.
Okay.
And then of course the Soul Eater, evolved garlic. It's just great to have that buffer zone between you and enemies.
It's just wild that garlic evolves into a Soul Eater.
Yeah. It's you think it's eating the souls of the undead, right? Garlic is a thing that wards off the vampires.
It wards off the vampires.
Which I haven't seen any vampires in that game yet. Have you?
I mean, you fight vampires towards the end of levels.
Do you?
Yeah.
I guess they're ghouls.
They're all kind of ghoulish, yeah. Or are these survivors vampires?
Maybe the survivors are the vampires. That's why they keep coming back. Whoa, that's why the dude hasn't been sued by Castlevania, because it's Vampire Simon Belmont and Vampire Cersei.
Right, as opposed to Vampire Alucard.
No, that's human Alucard.
Oh, that's human Alucard, right. That game's wild.
Hey, allegedly the programmer did not know that the sprite pack would be just a direct ripoff of Castlevania.
Yeah, but...
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. It's just they really look like them.
They do. Well, that's enough about other games. I think it's time to save the world, or have nobody do it.
Or maybe have nobody do it. I mean, should we get into our 30-second summary?
As we like to do, let's have you do it since you made me do it the first time, and our guest last month did it the second time. So here, third time's the charm. Faden, take it away. 30 seconds, starting now.
Nobody Saves the World is about a man who truly fucked up. He created the calamity and in turn became nobody. This plot twist happens for virtually no reason, and I personally do not like it. In Nobody Saves the World, you play an nobody, and you have to save the world. And guess what? You do that. That's the game. Do I have more time?
And time.
Okay, this game's really simple. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was so simple that, gang, I didn't finish it. It did not get its hooks in me. I was not even whelmed by the game. I was severely underwhelmed. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe I was expecting something, and that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. But
so let's lay it out first. It's basically an action RPG. Almost
truly, and 100%. Yeah, you run around, you face the enemies in real time. You've got your attack buttons that you can assign.
It feels kind of Secret of Mana-ish in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Legend of Zelda-ish, like the first one.
Mm-hmm. So what didn't hook you about it? What rubbed you off the game?
Okay, so here is what it felt like. It felt like a chore, and after I decided I was finished playing this game, I read some reviews, and what I disliked I found some people actually praised the game for doing. And specifically to level up and work your way through the progression trees, they give you an itemized list. Attack X enemies with B move 48 times, and then you get experience. And they'll give you stuff like that to do. And the reviews that I read praised that because we're living in a time where people are busy and they can't devote 12 hours at a time to a video game. And so it's nice to have that roadmap, so to say, to come back to. But to me, it felt like a chore. It felt like, oh my God, I've got so many forms to get through. They each have a letter grade to it. They start out at F tier. You got to rank them up to A tier. I guess you don't have to do that for every single one, but something inside me just felt insanely overwhelmed by that prospect and working through all the different form trees. And so it didn't it didn't do it for me.
Yeah, the forms, while maybe appreciative, it was cool changing to different forms, changing from nobody to somebody like a horse.
Sure, yeah, a horse is somebody.
But a horse is somebody. But none of it really hooked you because you didn't like the grinding aspect of leveling up, where you had to be
right,
like bite 50 enemies to cause poison as a rat.
Which is kind of insane to say out loud. I didn't like the grinding when at the same time I'm devoting 10 hours a day into Elden Ring, which is nothing but grinding. I think that is a different setting because it doesn't give you that itemized list. It doesn't say, here's what you have to do to hit the next level. Elden's Ring is like, here's an open world. Most things give you experience. You need X experience for the next level.
Now I have to ask, who is Elden and why does he have a ring?
Yeah. What does this Elden guy want with so many rings? I don't get it.
It's so weird. But nobody saves the world. Yeah, the forms, sometimes
if it was
felt
just
like a
flat
grind.
XP, yeah, if you were just like running around and you go kill a frog and you get a little tick of experience in whatever form you were using, I think I would have played the whole game.
Yeah, the checklist was an interesting way to vary the game as opposed to making it just a kill fest and a grind fest. It made you engage with the abilities, but a lot of times the abilities were just fine.
They were just fine. And here is another thing that I didn't like based off of this ability checklist. It felt almost like it wanted to be a parody of games. Like, hey, the current zeitgeist of video games is games as a service, and your season pass gives you a checklist that each week, to maximize the season pass points, you have to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. So we're going to make a Mad Magazine cartoon version of that, which the art style seriously evokes Mad Magazine cartoons.
I also got a Saturday cartoon vibe from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it also kind of had that humor because those cartoons were kind of riffing in that magazine space.
Right,
especially, I think of things like Invader Zim and the other ones.
the other ones. Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's great.
Real Monsters.
Real Monsters.
There's some serious Real Monsters vibes to some of the portions of this game, just with the very hand-drawn aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. It looks nice. I think it looks nice.
It looks nice. And like you said, it really does riff. Like, the heavy-handed pop culture references start almost immediately in this game.
I don't know how, but I feel like I missed a lot of them.
You missed a lot?
For me, the story was not fun. I did not like the story, especially the big twist in the story is that you are the Nostradamus or whatever, the mage that they're looking for.
Oh, really?
And yeah,
I kind of called that.
I called it. It's pretty obvious. It gets really obvious when you keep going. Where is he? He's missing. Here's nobody, though.
So after the first dungeon, there's this entity that talks to you and like, I see you. I see your powers. Is that just like your psyche talking to you then?
It's Okay. Let me lay out the rest of this. Let me lay out the whole story, and we can work with
After
that.
that dungeon, I was like, you know what? I bet that Nostramagus is the calamity and like created the calamity. So in a way, I was kind of right.
You're kind of right. What happened is Nostradamus had a fight with his brother over a spell that he wanted to try, and the spell just summons the calamity, and the calamity kills his brother. His brother's now a ghost that waters his plants in the sky,
Oh,
and basically you just have to get everyone together. You and Randy go and defeat the calamity together.
really? Randy comes around, huh?
Randy is probably the most interesting aspect of the story to me. He's a little weirdo, just kind of a little
Yeah,
freak,
little fuck freak.
a little fuck freak, and he like has some good comedic moments. He's just loud, arrogant character.
Yes, he screamed a lot in the few hours that I've spent with the game.
Yeah, and constantly he tries to attack you with magic, but it always backfires in a way. But at the
Well, because
end,
you're Nostramagus.
exactly. But at the end, he uses his magic for realsies, and
He goes, oh, he goes big mode.
yeah, he essentially goes big mode. It's like
Cool.
the joke anime character does serious mode to save the day thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like when Krillin whips out a Destructo disc and cuts Frieza in half.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And then immediately gets killed.
Like Krillin. Some real
Yeah.
Krillin vibes, I say, as a man who's only watched Dragon Ball Z and nothing else.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to complain about with this game. One more thing I just wanted to disparage about it.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to get back to how you missed the heavy-handed pop culture references. There was a quest called Not Tomb Raider where you meet an NPC called Lara in a tomb.
Oh,
How
shit.
did you miss that?
Honestly, I just am
Like, club you over the head.
I'm just skipping that dialogue, hitting A furiously. I like the combat. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun to do stuff.
You know what I had fun with?
Ooh, co-op.
2-player co-op. That was great.
Yeah, we should have played this game co-op together.
Honestly, hindsight, we shot ourselves in the foot by not doing it. And Faden brought up the good point initially. He said, you know what, let's do it separately. We'll figure out what forms we like and don't like. We could have done that in the co-op.
Yeah, we could have done that in the co-op.
Oh well.
Do you have a favorite form?
Of the ones that I unlocked, I spent the most time as the guard, the giant soldier knight, simply because the DPS seemed the fastest. But I think as far as the mechanics of forms, I really liked the ranger. The
Okay.
ranger with the poison tick, as
Yeah.
well as that just unload the arrows was a lot of fun. I'm sure I missed 90% of the forms though.
Yeah, my favorite class was the bodybuilder.
Yeah, I saw the bodybuilder in the videos.
First of all, he has titty physics.
Excuse me.
Um, is him just standing idly, he'll just start flexing his titties up and down.
Oh, amazing.
Yep. But then if you turn him around, he's wearing a thong, and he'll do that with his butt cheeks too.
With the cheeks. Oh, that's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. But what was great about him is he has like a barbell ability where he just throws a giant barbell and it knocks enemies back and deals a lot of impact damage.
Oh, that's good.
And I liked pairing that with just like some light magic from a monk. I do like the ability to customize your forms with other forms' abilities that you unlock. You can get into some really fun combos.
That was a big part of the game that I missed, especially since after that was introduced, I decided, well, I'm pretty much done with this game.
I also like
what a cool inspired thing. Oh, the necromancer, what does they do?
The necromancer can summon can resurrect bodies of enemies that you killed, and they'll come back as familiars, and you can pair those familiars with status effects, or you can make the familiars be sacrificed, and the necromancer will just have increased damage for his Sith lightning.
Whoa. Sith lightning is always good.
Yeah, I think one of the worst aspects about the forms is none of the forms are really fun until you get past like the first tier of forms. And that takes a lot of work. It
And
takes
it
like
takes
half the
work,
game.
right? Because it's the grind, like the itemized list. Grind through this.
And
Hit 3 enemies with the stomp ability 50 times.
Yeah, if the grind was more fun,
like just give flat experience. That's that's it. Do that.
I think if they reduced the requirements by like 30%, it would be a lot better.
Because the other merit that the grind did have, like you said, was having you interact with each ability, letting you see what really is involved in this game. That's intelligent design when a developer can work that into their game. Look at all these wonderful systems we have for you.
Yeah, and when you'd get to the later quests, some of them would be use the horse with the rat scavenge ability, and then you start getting these interesting combos that the game leads you to, but then you're able to branch out just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I did like that aspect. I just didn't enjoy the story.
Well, that's a bummer.
I really hated that nobody was actually somebody. Because then it's really weird that, all right, this man wanted power as a wizard, was very power hungry, so he did an ancient demonic ritual to summon this calamity to try to use its power, but then it starts destroying the world and killing people. But at the end of the game, I mean, all is good, you saved the day. So no repercussions for the man who destroyed everything, which I guess it brings up this question for me. Is someone responsible for their crimes if like the consciousness that is existing at that moment has no memory whatsoever of the crimes they committed? And
Whoa.
they're acting in a way that is completely different than the horrific human that they were. Like, what is redemption and forgiveness for that?
Yeah. There's a whole court of law that asks these questions.
Is it really?
I think so. Like, isn't that kind of parallels the claim of, oh, I was possessed, and using that as a like someone trying to get out of murder by saying that they were possessed.
Are you talking about Ghost Court? I don't think this is Ghost Court.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Wait,
what is Ghost Court?
It's court that deals with ghosts. Duh.
Oh, can we make this a sketch? Ghost Court?
I mean, yeah, Ghost Court.
What is a ghost? What kind of crime would a ghost be convicted of?
I mean, possession, right? I would assume. Maybe murder.
Unlawful possession of a human being.
Unlawful possession.
You weren't supposed to enter that body and you know it.
You don't have the permits.
Holy cow. But that's a good point. What were we talking about before Ghost Court?
Now I want to play a game that's Phoenix Wright but Ghost Court.
That Larry Butts is still there, just as Larry Butts.
I mean, Larry Butts, yeah, he is linked to the first crime, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe he's the one possessed.
Unlawful possession of Larry Butts.
Unlawful possession of Mr. Butts. God, what were we talking about? Oh,
you were trying to extrapolate some philosophical meaning out of this Mad Magazine cartoon game we played.
Yeah, this is me working overtime. The game is not interested in these questions. It's just interested.
It is not at all.
No, I kind of wish it was. That'd be cool.
It would be, especially considering our first 2 games, Telling Lies and Forgotten City.
Yeah. I'm bringing a framework that this podcast has been doing that is not working for this next game.
you might perhaps be. 2 intellectuals play Nobody Saves the World. Can they find meaning in a meaningless game? Find out.
I mean, the meaning was the forms we made along the way.
Yeah.
That's what's so interesting about this game. There really isn't much to say besides like there's forms. The forms
and
can
they're
change
fun forms.
Yeah, like
they'll make you laugh. They'll make you chuckle.
I like being a rat. Rats are
Of course
cool.
you do. You sided. Of course you do like being a rat. You sided with the drifter in Destiny's
Oh
Gambit.
God, no, I didn't. I sided against him. I was a narc.
Oh, that's right. So he calls you a rat.
Yeah, he
That's what I
calls
was
me a
thinking.
rat, but that's fair. I,
You
I
do poison damage.
I deal poison damage. It's pretty good.
That's what the rat ability is in Nobody Saves the World. You don't have to play this game. You could play the game. It's on Xbox Game Pass.
I mean, I think it's worth a try. I did enjoy playing it, the act of playing it. I did get
Play
pretty
it with a
far,
friend.
and I did get all the forms. I did get the dragon form. Dragon
Wow, that's
form's
working
cool.
overtime.
Yeah, I really did. But the worst part about the dragon form is you get it so late in the game that I couldn't even use it really.
Ugh. Ugh. Can I tell you about another instance in another game where that's just the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
When you get a good this is a tool that could be very useful in this game, but there's 20 minutes of gameplay left. That kind of thing is the most aggravating, and it happened in Solar Ash, which is a game I played earlier this year and loved, adored. I guess that was last year at this point. But there's a tool you get that helps you find other resources at the end of the game. You get it before the final boss fight. And I worked extra hard to find all the resources up to that point just because I like to play games like that.
That's so wild. What is the point of that?
Yeah, what is the point of that?
Yeah, when I'm getting close to the end of a game, I kind of want to be done with the game.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yeah. And so many games have this crescendo that they work towards. So why not make that exciting climax and be done with it instead of pile on the extra work?
Some Nobody Saves the World questions for you. Did you see any aliens?
I did not get to that side of the map, but I got a quest that directed me towards an unidentified falling object. And I thought that was pretty cute.
There were throughout the game there are aliens wearing really bad disguises. And they're doing
really?
hello fellow Earthian sort of shtick.
Yeah.
And so that got me for a cheap chuckle. Not great, but better than the rest of it. I actually read the alien stuff. So
I thought the fairies giving you extra mana for free and them just being slovenly drunks was interesting.
Hillbillies.
Yeah.
They're moonshiners.
They're moonshiners. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't pick up on that specifically.
Oh man, the way they're dressed and the way they have their teeth, it's a very cartoonish version of hillbilly.
Wow, they're just dumping on the Appalachian people, huh?
There is did you fight the rat puncher? Not fight, but did you talk to the rat puncher?
I did talk to the one punch rat, yes.
Did you survive his one punch?
Of course not.
Okay, that joke actually does work for me. This guy who's like, I can demolish any rat with one punch. No matter how strong you're in that game, as long as you're the rat, he will kill you.
Yeah.
Unless you equip the eggs special ability, which means you cannot lose more than 1/3 of health in any one blow. And then I survived, and he re-questioned his entire life.
Oh my god, you broke him.
I broke him mentally.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. There are some things that are pretty good.
I wasn't sure if that was a thing, that if the joke was just, oh, he's One Punch Man, but for rats. Okay.
Oh, that's probably the joke. You know what? Missed that.
One rat punch.
There is one thing I want to talk about, and that's the merchant.
Oh yeah, the what do we call her?
The very racist Jewish stereotype merchant.
That's kind of what it felt like to me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Especially with the big nose and the money
and the
pinching.
want of your money. Yes.
Well, and them doing the cartoonishly grotesque money pinching, grinding their fingers. It was really gross, and 100% I believe it's unintentional, and they're just playing with merchants in general. But the
But
fact that it's
there's
also
so much built into that, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also a lizard person, which is also an anti-Semitic
Ooh,
trope.
yeah.
Yeah, like it took me a little bit. I'm like, this feels so generically merchant that I'm realizing it just fell into every single trope.
Wow. Lizard people.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks so much.
You're probably right. That probably is unintentional.
Yeah, if it's intentional, oh boy.
Then it's even worse, yeah.
But
I knew nothing about this game until you brought it up. Why did you want to like it so much?
I was hearing
Yeah.
good things. I was hearing real good things about this game.
Yeah.
And it was fun enough. I don't regret playing it. I put about 20 hours into the game and it went fine.
I think the good things people had to say come from a working class sort of outlook on games where, oh, I can play video games for an hour and a half each day, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've got so much going on in my life, that might not even be the case. I might get 4 hours of video games in a week.
Yeah.
And this game is great for that. It really does excel in letting you step away and have an exact set of directions for you when you come back.
But it's not good if you're binging on it and just
Yeah, if you're a
through
fucking gross gamer nerd who plays 14 hours a day like me. I don't shower. I just mainline Mountain Dew and video games.
I mainline Mountain Dew straight into my veins.
Just right into. I have an IV drip of Mountain Dew at all times.
Which kind? Orange?
Code Red, duh.
Oh, Code Red. That's right. That's right.
The gamer kind.
Gamer feel.
The one with Halo on it.
Oh my god. Nope, that's a different podcast. I am not talking about the Halo show.
Different podcast.
Oh, what are some of my other notes that I wanted to hit?
I think I hit basically all of mine. This game just made me excited to play a Tunic in May.
Yes. The Legend of Zelda inspiration for this game, I did like those touches. The overworld felt very Legend of Zelda and how it was connected.
It did.
And the
puzzles.
puzzles.
And the maps. Like, I liked reading the map and seeing where, okay, this place probably can go to here. Oh, I can see that with an ability I can probably get through here. There's an ability gate there. That's fun. That's great.
Right, and there's also the collect all the shards in order to form a whole piece to defeat the boss.
Yeah.
Very classic.
Classic
Triforce.
I got one of, you said 5 of the gem shards?
Yep.
The Quint Force?
Mm-hmm. The Quint Force. I don't like, none of these levels also stuck out to me, which I think is a damn shame. Because the way the every single dungeon is, it's all procedurally generated.
I was just, what do you think about that? Overworld being set and then dungeons being procedural.
I wish the dungeons were curated. I think that game would have been a bit tighter if they felt more guided.
I agree. Sometimes the procedural generation just felt sloppy. Like, yeah, there was always a way through it, but it was clunky at times. There'd be these indestructible tables blocking paths that you'd have to walk around, and not a very clear path to kite enemies backwards as you slaughter them for your meticulous quests that you have to do.
Yeah.
Maybe I just like handcrafted stuff. I don't know. Says the guy who loves Risk of Rain.
Oh, yeah, wait, hold up.
Hold up.
Hold on a second. Sir, that might be illegal.
You just made an illegal lie. It's me, Dale Flashpoint, here to lie to you every step of the podcast.
You're going to ghost court.
Sign me up. Take me away, officer.
Take me away. The devil's inside me. I don't think I have much more to say on this. Do you want to get into some questions we got?
We did have some good questions this week. I think we've got plenty of time to devote to them, so let's chip away.
We'll crack into some questions.
With both feet. Edgelord Jake would like to know, how is managing the multiple forms? Did it become too much to juggle at one point? or was it comfortably balanced through the whole game?
There were forms that I just felt were useless. I did not use the zombie. I did not use the slug. I did not really use the magician that much. It just it felt manageable only because I could ignore them, and they really didn't feel balanced. It was just the way the simplicity of the first few heroes is so weird compared to the complexity of the last few, because they are doing combos that touch mechanics that you haven't done in the game. You never dealt with corpses before, and then the necromancer's like, "Hey, pay attention to the corpses. The corpses are very important." And they could have been way more balanced. I think they needed that complexity early. Maybe it would have made the game a little bit harder to get into at first, but I think that friction would have actually made for a smarter and more intuitive game.
Yeah. And maybe I would have been like, ooh, mechanics. I like mechanics. When they threw in some enemies will have damage type shields. You have to hit them once with that type of damage. My immediate thought was padding.
Yeah, just making them a tad bit more spongy.
That's all that does. Yep.
Oh, I have to ask. I just thought about this quest thinking about forms.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you do the horse quest?
I fell in love.
You fell in love? Unbridled love.
Changed. Unbridled love. I found the stallion of my dreams.
I love how if you're doing any kind of role playing as nobody, that stallion is always he.
Yes.
And that's just an interesting thing to me. And also the game discourages you from role playing because you're actually Nostramongus, so whatever.
So you can't role play at all. You can't project yourself onto this character because it's not a blank vessel.
Yeah, it's so weird that nobody is actually somebody. I don't like that. Well, this next question comes from Imundi. What do you feel about how the game portrays identity and possibility? I feel like
I don't think it does any of that.
it does none of that, which is such a shame. I wanted to find something in there. I was searching forever to find a morsel of any theme besides it's good to do nice things to save the world.
Did Guacamelee have any bigger messages to them? The studio's former game?
I don't know.
So Drinkbox Studios, this is their third game. They did a Guacamelee 1 and 2, which are Metroidvania.
Ooh.
I think they had themes of family, and maybe I'm making that up. Maybe I'm thinking of Lucha something else.
Okay. I haven't heard of the other two games, but that makes sense. This seems like it's a game made by a fairly confident indie studio. They must have had some sort of success.
Yeah, I remember that the Guacamelee games were relative big indie darlings when we were in college. Oh, that gives people an idea of how old we are.
Does it?
It could. Guacamelee came out in 2014.
Oh.
2013.
Okay. Well, damn. Oh well.
Oh well.
It's just college.
We're miserable 20-somethings. Who cares? Yeah, Juan finds mysterious luchador, finds the power of a luchador mask, confronts the bad guys. Juan gains power to confront and defeat the rest of the bad forces, and then, in the normal ending, returns to village, lives peaceful life. In the true ending, the player clears all the hidden trials. No, it does not look like there's any meaningful anything in Guacamelee.
Let me just do a quick plot summary of Guacamelee. A game I've never heard of until this very minute, pretty much.
Yeah. Fun Metroidvania with luchador aesthetic is what Guacamelee 1 and 2 were. And this was a fun ARPG with Mad Magazine / early 2000s cartoon aesthetic.
Fun until it wasn't.
I did laugh. Back to the heavy-handed pop culture one more time.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then we'll answer another question here. The freaking Navy SEALs copy pasta is in this game.
I don't know what that is.
Maybe if I say the first few lines of the Navy SEALs copy pasta, you will know what it is. It starts out. Hold on here. I gotta pull this up because it's a lot. It's a wall of text, but it starts out with, "What the fuck did you just fucking say to me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda, and I have over 300 confirmed kills."
Is this some Xbox Live message?
Some Xbox Live message, some 4chan something. Who the fuck knows? Early days of the deplorable internet. But anyway, there's a moment where you talk to one of the knights in the Knight Guild here in Nobody Saves the World, and the dude goes, "What the heck did you just freaking say to me, you little twerp? I'll have you know I graduated top of the Knights class, and I've been involved in numerous..." And it just went on. Navy SEALs copy pasta. I rolled my eyes so hard they fell out of my head.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. That's good.
It was, it was like, hey, this game is showing that it is aware of culture.
It is aware of culture. Good culture?
Sure knows
no.
Culture.
Just culture.
Just culture. We got one more question here from Nick Knack. Are you super excited for the Overwatch 2 PvP beta to come out next month? Will you be trying it out? Are you waiting for the full game to come out?
No, I'm not.
No. No is also my answer.
Much love to Nick Knack, but no, I'm sorry.
Nick Knack, great question. PvP shooters make me vomit. Sorry.
I will try Overwatch 2 when it's on Game Pass, because it'll be on Game Pass. But I've already played Overwatch, so I already played Overwatch 2.
That's yep.
I actually have one last question from Suzor.
Oh, good.
What game world would you like to live in?
Oh, man. And here we put an intermission while we think about our answers for this question.
I already have my answer. It's real easy clap. Elden Ring, obviously. I want to be in a fucked up world. No. I mean, Pokemon, right?
Jeez, Pokemon would be a good one. Pokemon's still kind of, all of these video game worlds, for as fantastic as they are, they're still horrors within them. Kind of scary.
Legends of Arceus made Pokemon scary. They say it repeatedly. Pokemon are terrifying. They will kill your ass.
Yeah. You catch a stray like Pikachu, that's voltage through your body that could kill you.
Imagine touching a cute little mouse and it shocks you to death.
To death. Electrocuted.
Done. It fried your brain.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think would happen? Look at those red little cheeks. They're sparking.
Yeah. Come on now. It's basically a walking battery.
A walking battery. I mean, Animal Crossing's a good one.
Animal Crossing's a good one because especially, no interest on loans. Animal Crossing, done. That's what I would pick. No interest on loans and no deadlines for paying loans.
Yeah, pay whenever the hell you want.
For as much as everyone in the internet dumps on Tom Nook, he's not a terrible capitalist.
He just freezes your credit.
Yeah, he just freezes your credit. Like, you know what? You're here. You're stuck. It's an okay place. No pressure. You can get back when you pay me back.
But, I'm not going to make it better. None of these people are. I guess someone has to make it better. Might as well be the mayor. Which is also you.
That kind of parallels Stardew Valley would be, a lot of hard physical work, but that'd be pretty okay. Interesting people in that world.
Do you call farming biblical work?
Physical work.
Oh, I thought I heard biblical work. A lot of hard biblical work in Stardew Valley.
Sowing the seeds of the land and of Christ.
I'm serving Jesus every day in that game.
If you didn't do full religion playthrough in Stardew Valley, what's wrong with you?
I mean, that's literally the meta. The meta.
What about, in the back of my mind, Cyberpunk 2047, or just Cyberpunk setting?
What?
I want robot arms. Yeah, it's a capitalist dystopia hellscape where fucking the corporations own your ass, but...
Yeah, I want my robot arms on a lean. I mean,
Robot arms.
we're already going that way, so you'll get that.
Okay. Not wrong.
You know what? I want to live in the Castlevania world. I just want to be enjoying my day, and then a giant castle of Dracula appears into my city, and I have to go, oh fuck, it's vampire hunting time.
Good thing I'm a Belmont.
Good thing I'm a regular human. Those always go so well in these games.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, man, I actually don't have a legit answer. Damn.
I think we're avoiding the obvious one. Mushroom Kingdom would be a good place. Mushroom Kingdom would be vibing.
Would it?
Yeah, it would. Especially as a normal human in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Here's my thing. Dating prospects. Rough. Because here's your option. Here's your options. 2 plumbers who are busy saving the world constantly, so they don't got time for you.
Constantly.
A princess who's always kidnapped. Or the sexy turtle daddy who seems really busy. Nobody has the time
kidnapping
for you.
Princesses.
Yeah, a sexy turtle daddy who's kidnapping princesses.
I don't know. I go for a pretty explosive relationship with a Bob-omb.
Oh, damn.
I just needed to make that pun.
I just really had to work for that one. Okay, what about a Boo, though? Would a Boo be a loving companion? You can't look at their face.
Boo is a selfish lover.
Boo is a selfish lover?
Can't look at their face.
Can't. It's rough, but can you hit Boo from behind?
I'll exclusively.
In fact, one might say that's the only way to hit Boo.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how we got from there. I think that's all of our questions for now. If any of you have questions, you can hop onto our Discord server, which notes are included in the show notes on how to join.
Good. Important.
Important. Very important. Join our server. The more people, the more we can do with it. Or might not do. Who knows? It depends on how we're feeling. This is low key.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
And we are excited to say that next month's game, we're doing it. Since we've been doing it. Since everyone on the face of the earth is playing Hideki Miyazaki's
Mario Tennis. Miyazaki's Mario Tennis, George R. R. Martin created the world.
We're playing Akira Kurosawa's Elden Ring.
Oh my god. I love Kurosawa's Elden's Ring.
It's true. Yojimbo's Elden Ring.
Cooking Mama's Elden Ring. Okay.
Have you found Cooking Mama in Elden Ring?
What?
What? Yeah, you didn't know? Cooking Mama is a NPC in Elden Ring.
Okay, is it Cooking Mama or Cooking Mama 2, though? Or are they the same person?
It's actually Cooking Daddy.
Oh, shit. Cooking up those Shibari grapes.
Yes. That's Cooking Mama. You got it.
That's Cooking Mama. Would you play the Dark Souls of Cooking Mama?
Absolutely.
I need them to make a Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. And then I need reviewers to be like, this is the Dark Souls of cooking games.
Yeah. You know that would happen.
So yeah, Elden Ring is our game next month.
Elden Ring next month. We're pretty much both already a good chunk of the way into it.
Yeah, this one, I think...
No, that's not why we didn't like Nobody Saves the World. Not at all. What are you saying? You're projecting, not me.
Hey, I mean, I finished it.
Yeah, you did.
So... one of us did. That's all that matters. And even if none of us finish Elden Ring next month, we're finished. Or sorry,
we'll have a lot to talk about.
We'll have a lot to talk about, but we should finish it.
I think so. We got time.
We're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna talk about our endings. We're gonna answer some lovely questions from you all. It's gonna be
that's gonna be exciting.
It's gonna be a wonderful time. Is there anything you want to shout out before we head out, Dale?
I just want to say I'm really excited for the year of 2022. Got a lot of cool things in mind, and I'm excited to share them with you, our community. Thanks for sticking around, and feel free to share this with anyone you think might be interested in it.
And what would be really funny, like really hilarious, really stick it to people, especially Ira Glass,
Oh my God.
is if you gave us a 5-star review on Apple
Yes.
Music, podcast, whatever it's called, on the app.
On the Apple Podcast app.
If you write something funny and give it a 5-star, I'll read it on air. That's a dare I'll do.
That's good incentive. Yeah, I like that.
If you want me to say something really weird, just give us a 5-star review.
We'll do it right here.
Right here.
On Game Club On It Radio.
Is this goodbye?
I think so.
Or is this what are they called? French goodbyes?
Play us out, Johnny. Irish goodbye. The French exit is when you just leave without saying anything.
Then what's
the Irish goodbye is when you just continually say goodbye to everyone in the room.
Oh, but then you
maybe they're the same thing. Maybe the French exit and the Irish goodbye are just leaving.
Oh, then what's the Midwest?
The Midwest goodbye is when you say goodbye to everyone and it takes fucking forever. That's what this is right now.
This is really what that is. We gotta loop back and say goodbye to each other again.
Okay, Faden, it's been great. I'll talk to you in the next podcast and not before then.
Yeah, we'll not speak at all before then. Goodbye, Dale.
Goodbye.